Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Living in the country is a real privilege because I grew up in a city of 8 million people. I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to experience both. Every morning I go for a walk, I never see another person. And this morning is no exception. As the sun quietly rose, casting a golden spell on me and everything else around me. And I just witnessed another amazing sunrise as I walk all along this country road. And my wife and I have been eating a lot of zucchini because she grew quite a bit in her garden, and my friend also gave some to me. And I've been trying to cook zucchini in as many different ways as I possibly can, because I don't want to waste any of them. And I always advance prep them. This is the best way for me not to waste any. Anytime when I look into the refrigerator, seeing them in those beautiful plastic containers all ready to be used, it helped me to be creative. This morning when my wife told me that she is hungry for some egg noodle soup, immediately that gave me an idea. I'm going to make some zucchini chicken egg noodle soup. Because I have some chicken stock from boiling some chicken drumstick, which I used to make a dish called Hainan chicken. And my son loved this dish. The best of all, the price is just perfect. And making this dish is very simple. I cook the chicken in a low simmer and never allow the water to boil. The end result is chicken that is exceptionally moist and tender. And then I also make a clear chicken stock. I cook the chicken for about 30 to 45 minutes until the temperature of the inside of the chicken drumstick is about 190 degrees. My Cuisine 14-inch stainless steel wok is perfect for cooking this dish. I then transfer the chicken to a large bowl of cold water. I then save the chicken stock to make the chicken noodle soup, a very good way to make full use of this chicken drumstick. And then I use the wok to cook some noodles with boiling water. This video is a good example to demonstrate the versatility of a stainless steel wok. Of course, you can do this with a carbon steel or a cast iron wok as well. However, the nice thing about a stainless steel wok is that I can use it to boil water or to cook anything I want without worrying about it from rusting. Because boiling water in a carbon steel wok will remove its seasoning, causing it to rust. And it took about 8 minutes to cook the egg noodles in boiling water to the texture that I want. And then I transfer the noodles to a bowl of cold water. This will stop the noodle from cooking. I drain the cold water and now I'm ready to cook the noodle soup. And my strategy for cooking the noodle soup is to first stir fry the zucchini. This not only will give the zucchini better flavor, but I can also control the texture of the zucchini because I want it to be slightly crunchy. After heating up about 2 tablespoons of canola oil, I add 3 cups of zucchini. This might seem a lot at first glance, but I know it will cook down. I keep the oil pretty hot because I want to have some charring of the zucchini. Because I know this will make the zucchini more flavorful and hence more interesting in the noodle soup. And also, as my friend Brian said, that zucchini can get any help to make them taste better. Stir-frying the zucchini in advance has many advantages, and this is much better than cooking them in boiling water. And by stir-frying the zucchini in hot oil will allow the Maillard reaction to take place. And then I add some garlic during the stir-frying process. And by stir-frying them in garlic, it will give them much better flavor. Another great advantage in stir-frying the zucchini is that I can have better control of the texture of the zucchini. And to be able to watch the cooking process during stir-frying, I know when exactly it is done to the texture that I like. And it takes very little time. The total cook time is only about 3 or 4 minutes. Next step is to add the chicken soup to the wok. To make this into a dinner, I add about 5 cups of the chicken stock. Now the remaining step is easy. All I need to do is to heat everything up to the serving temperature. And now I'm ready to add the noodles to the wok. I continue to heat up the contents in the wok under low heat until I reach the desired serving temperature. This takes only about a couple of minutes. I did a quick taste test of the soup, and I decided that it needs something to make it more interesting. The chicken stock provides good flavor, but I think I like to have a little bit more umami flavor. So I'm going to add a little bit of my basic seasoning mix. This seasoning mix is intended to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients. And by adding umami flavor, it will enhance the flavor of the chicken stock as well as the zucchini. You can take a look at this video to learn more about the primary ingredients in this seasoning mix. With another taste test, I make some further adjustment, and the soup tastes great now. So the final ingredients I'm going to add is some tomato from the garden. And the reason that I add the tomato at the end of the cooking process, you probably already guessed, is that I do not want to overcook the tomato so that I can taste them. I want to enjoy the texture of the tomatoes in the noodle soup. After one last taste test, I add a little bit of salt, just a small pinch. Now, this is a good example of flavor chasing because I constantly adjust the flavor of the dish during the cooking process. This allows me to fine-tune the flavor of the dish to exactly the way how I like it. So this dish is a good demonstration of my fast cooking system with its 4 components of flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir-frying, and template-based cooking. This dish is not based on recipes. Rather, this dish is based on what is available to me at the time when I make this dish. I decided that the chicken stock should not go to waste, so making this noodle soup is a great way to use up the chicken stock. And I have some zucchini on hand, so it's a great way to put them into the noodle soup. And of course, I could not resist to use the tomato that just came in from the garden. And last but not the least, I'm going to top the noodle soup with some chicken. And this chicken comes from the drumstick I cooked earlier. I cut the meat off from the drumstick and I cut them into small pieces and lay them on top of the noodle soup. This meal takes a little bit more work than if I have cooked a stir-fry dish. But it is a good change of pace. Still, it only took me about 30 minutes to cook this meal. This meal is a good demonstration that you can use the wok to fulfill almost every cooking functions that you have in the kitchen. As you can see here, the wok is not only just good for stir-frying. For example, in this case, I use the wok for slow cooking the chicken. And then I use the wok for cooking the noodles in boiling water. Then I switch the function of the wok and use it for stir-frying the zucchini. Last, I use the wok as a soup pot for making the chicken noodle soup. And I find that if I want to use the wok to fulfill all these different cooking functions, the best type of wok to have is a stainless steel wok. And this is the reason I use my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok as my everyday wok. I hope this gives you some ideas of how to make a chicken noodle soup in a wok. With my fast cooking system, you can make home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. I post a video each day to help people to make home cooking as part of their daily routines. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.